Good evening, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome you all in our next day of the Christmas marathon, 12 days of Christmas nail art. And tonight we're going to do some cool designs chosen by Susanna. So Susanna, I had the training today. Today was day 4 of our salon nails training with Susanna. Susanna just have one more day left. And today, before we finished the training, I had some designs placed on my table, on my demo table, and I asked Susanna, which one should I choose for tonight, and which one you guys maybe like to see, and she chose one of it. So here we go, will be for Susanna. Hello, good evening. So design is relatively easy. I think anyone can do it, but you need a little bit of equipment, and I'm going to show you all, and I'm going to tell you all about this. So not wasting too much of your time, we'll flip the camera over and let's get started. So here it is. Okay, so for our design tonight, we're going to use the stamping, but not all of the stamping, not all of it, but just specific things that we're going to choose from the stamping. I will try my best to have some light moving aside so you won't see too much of reflection. We already have a lot of Christmas stamping at Magnetic Nail Design. We have lots of different patterns, and they were common in different years. We have the snowflakes and penguins, reindeers, any design you would wish, smaller, bigger. There's so many of them. One I didn't even open. The winter is coming. But I can open this one with you. I didn't use this one at all. I'm not going to use it tonight, but I'm going just to quickly tell you a little bit about the stamping. If you didn't use the stamping before, when you open the stamping, you have this metal plate. And this metal plate is always covered with a little foil. This is just for protection. So before you ever use your stamping, what you need to do, you just need to remove this little film. I will just maybe use my spatula to lift it. Okie doke, here it is. And I'm telling you guys, 99% of the stamping plate that you will buy, you will get with the film like that. So you need to remove it. And then you will see all of these beautiful gravers and designs that you can use on a client. So this one and lots of different things on the stamping plate. Winter is common, little jumpers and snowflakes and a gingerbread man. So for example, we're doing this by hand. If you're not really fancy to do it, maybe you want to have it nice and quick with your stamping, you can do it as well with the stamping. You don't need to really draw it, but it's not what I'm going to use tonight. Tonight, I'll be looking for the patterns that will be a little bit bigger and a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use pigments, unicorn pigments and chrome pigments from my designs. So I need something that will be a little bit thicker in lines, so my lines will be visible. So really thin lines, like a really tiny designs that won't really work for me. So I'll be looking on my stamping plates for patterns that are a little bit thicker, like for example this one. Maybe this one is a little bit bigger. No single elements, not for my design for tonight. Here I have two the same one, yes. Let me see. These don't have the full elements, just the singular one, so I'm not using this one. This one will be perfect, and this is stamping plate Christmas 1. These are the name of this one, and I have the full patterns of the stars or the snowflakes, or here the knitted design Christmas jumper. That will work for me as well. But for example, this one, the lines are a little bit too thin, and I will tell you what is happening once I will start. And here again, I just have the elements, so it won't be good enough for me. And here on the stamping plate, oh dear, this is the card number 43. This is really cool. You can use these little bubbles. You see the lines are a little bit thicker, and this is what we need. So for my design, I'm going to place my design on a black background. And on the black background, guys, you will just need the blackest black gel polish. I will shake it well. For those of you that having any struggle with the blackest black gel polish or any black gel polish, please be aware and just look at this one, how pigmented this one is. Make sure you apply your black in really thin layers. So if I will show you on a white, you will see in here, I'm literally scraping my black. You see these lines in here? This is how thinly I'm applying my blackest black. But blackest black from Magnetic Nail Design, because it's a gel polish, it's a gel base, will self-level anyway. So these two really thin layer will allow my product to cure properly, 60 seconds cure, and I won't have any issues with wearing. There's nothing worse that doing some designs or Christmas nails, or to be honest, any type of nails, and we have the situation that we have our clients with the nails and they coming back after a couple of days and the product is lifting or something is wrong with it, and this is quite problematic. So I'm curing this one 60 seconds. And let me just pick my designs. I need to make sure my stamping plate are nice and clean. For the cleaning of the stamping plate, you can use just regular wipe, any wipe that you have, just a lint wipe, a lint-free wipe, anything you have. And you can use the acetone because it's a metal, it's not problem at all. You can use the nail polish remover if you have some. You can also use the gel brush cleaner. Is amazing for removal of any traces of, like here for example, I have some nail polish in here. If I want to clean it, I will just place a little bit on my wipe and I will just wipe it, make sure everything is clean. So every time you use your stamping plate brand new with the clients, so every time you use it, you need to make sure all the gravers are empty. Like in here, I want to use, let's say this one, all they're empty and there are no traces of the previous product. So then your pattern will be perfectly stamped. So this one I will just put aside, I don't need it. And I'm going to apply the second layer of my blackest black gel polish. I was thinking to do this pattern straight away on a black sticks, but I think some of you may use the knowledge about the blackest black gel polish and see how I'm applying this, because it has to be really thin, really thin. The product is extremely pigmented, so you need to really be careful and make sure you give your lamp a chance to cure this product. So you see, over white tip, two super thin layers, and this one goes to the light for 60 seconds as well. And then we'll be ready to apply, to create our design. So we need to wait a little bit for this curing. I have another tip that is already ready, but that's fine. I'll be using this as well. Hello, good evening. In the meantime, I'll just have a look at the comments if I have some. Hello, Alexandra, good evening. Good evening. So tonight is all about the stamping, and as I mentioned on the beginning, design is chosen by my student of today. She said she would like to know how to do this one, so here we go. We do that. Now, when we remove our nail from the lamp, the black is still really pigmented, and this is just dry wipe. So before you will apply the top gel and you want to make sure that your top gel is not stained, what you will do, you just touch it, okay, with your wipe, and you see it's still black. This is so much pigment that is here. So if you touch it, then you can go over with your top gel and you won't have the stained top gel. Okay, now any top gel of your choice. Hello Cora, hello, good evening. Top gel of your choice. I can use the Supreme Finish, I can use Extreme Matte Top Gel, anything I want. Maybe just use the Extreme Matte Top Gel. And while this one will be curing, I can pick up my another tip. So here we go, just nice and thin layer. I will remove some fluff from here. Perfect. Love stamping is super fast and effective. Absolutely. Stamping is great. Now, to the light. And I have my other tip that I just covered with the Extreme Matte Top Gel. Now, I'm going to use the pigments. So what I need to do, even though I have Extreme Matte Top Gel, I need to buff my surface. Now, doesn't matter how confident you are with your pigment, matte surface, you wipe it, no wipe it, etc., etc. From my experience, I will tell you, do not risk it. Hello, Olga, hello. Don't risk it, just buff it. Take seconds to buff it, and just to make sure your pigment will only stay in a place that you want to stay. So I have this little scratchless buffer that I'm using for my tips. You can use any buffer that you have. Just buff the surface and make sure everything is matte. In that way, you will really have the security of having your design as it should be, because the pigments are really tricky, and whenever they see any shiny surface that they can stick to, they always stick into. So if you want to have the nice sharp stamping design, just buff it. You see, it takes a second. It's really fine. So now I'll just remove the dust. So I have my tip ready, nice and buffed, and I know it's matte, and then I can continue with my stamping. Now for my stamping, as you know, the pigments in general need a special top gel to use. There's top gel with no sticky wipe, and there's no difference in here. I am going to use for my stamping the Magic Shine top gel. Okay, so for this one, why this one is great for not only for the pigments in general, but for the stamping, is a little bit thicker in consistency than Supreme Finish. I hope you'll be able to see it. Okay, you can see it's not that watery. Okay, it's a little bit thicker, so it's absolutely fantastic on staying in place. We still need to be relatively okay-ish and fast when we place in the design in a light, but that gives us a little bit more possibility of working. So for this one, I need to prepare myself for the stamping. So what I'm going to do, I will just place my stamper here. So we'll be here, and what I will need my stamper. Hello, Camila. So just a clear stamper, and I have my card in here and my stamper. Just a clear one. You can use any stamper that you use, anything you've got, anything that is comfortable for you. Just feel free, whatever you like is okay. I'm cleaning my stamper on a lint-free roller. This is I think the worst nightmare saying the words. Roller, lint-free roller. But just, yeah, this is what I need. So what I'm going to do, I am going to apply my Magic Shine Top Gel on the chosen design, scrape it. This is not a nail polish, so on that point I don't need to rush. I can see in here wasn't enough to cover it all. Now I will just roll it gently without pressure, and then I hope you will see the design in here. And I'm going to roll this design on my tip like that. You see? So a shiny on matte is really visible, and I'm going to cure it around 10 seconds. I leave that one, the best one in the market so far. I love that one, the best one in the market so far. You mean stamper? Yeah, I like this stamper. I've tried different ones, and I have different ones, don't get me wrong. I wanted to be smart, and I wanted to buy different ones, but I think this one is nice and comfortable to use, and it's not too small. I really like it, and I'm using this on both gel, liner gel, paint gels, top gel, as you can see, and I also use it for the nail polish. Is absolutely fine. Now my next thing that I'm going to use, I am going to use the unicorn pigments. So unicorn pigments are the crumbs, colorful crumbs. They looking like just sad in here, because as you can see, just a little bit of gold, not much over there. But I am going to use some tool, actually to get some tool from my back, if I will find some, because you know I'm not really huge fan of using the hands or the gloves with the crumbs. I don't think it's okay. Yes, I have some tools, so let's use it. Or you can use any brush that you have for this one. Okay, I will use my tool, and this is my pigment tool, smaller, bigger. What you will do, you see this one stamped here and it stays here. I don't need to do anything. You will just pick up a little bit of your chrome, and then you will just press it into your design. Okay, so it's nice and shiny now. You pressing this in. Perfect. Now, if my tip will be shiny, everything will be gold. Everything. Now, I will just pick up the dry wipe, press it even more into my top gel, so everything is nice and shiny and metallic. And what I'm going to do next, I will cover this with the Magic Shine top. And now the design come true. It's absolutely love it. It looks amazing in real life. Any type of crumbs, you can use it this way with the Magic Shine to create any metallic design like this. So just changing colors depending on the light, the unicorn, and this one goes to the light for 60 seconds. Now I have my other tip. So I'm going to show you on this tip. My other tip, this was the matte. I need to buff it as well. Let's do another design. And this one's super fast. Oh, thank you, ladies. So I'm using my smooth, scratchless, or you can use smooth operator or whatever you have. Nice and easy. Buff it, so just to make sure the chrome won't stick into my surface. And this one, of course, the design can stay like this, or we can use it as a background for anything that we like. So let me just wipe this one, and I will pick another stamping plate with different design. Let me just find some. I've seen, oh, this one I wanted to use. This like sweater slide jumper pattern. I think will be great because you can see there are bigger elements in here. I think will look amazing. So I don't even think I know because I've done it. This is not a new design. This is something that I use often, and I really do like it. So this one again, what I will do, Magic Shine on the stamper, on a stamping plate. I'm moving the top gel around. Of course, my stamper needs to be clean on a lint-free roller. And then I'm rolling gently my stamper. Here I have my pattern, you see, with the top gel, and now I cannot wait too long, okay? And now I will just roll it into my nail, and my design is already matte and shiny. If I want to, I can just keep it like this, matte and shiny. I think for any other occasion will be more than enough. And now the 10 seconds is more than enough to cure it for these patterns, because we have tiny amount of top gel. We cannot really over cure it as well. And for this one, I'm going to use different unicorn pigment, and unicorn pigment silver I will use this time. And silver doesn't change the colors as much, but it's much lighter, and I think it's amazing for the Christmas because it gives us this light, nice silvery frosty look. So this is the silver again in a jar. It just looks a little bit greenish, a little bit cooler. It's just like a beautiful tiny glitters in here. Tell me, guys, do you already use the unicorns, or using them for Christmas only, or you may be using them as a metallic all year round? Because that's really interesting. We're using unicorns as a crumbs. and a unicorn clear was with all of these glazed donut thing, but the colorful ones we use them as a crumbs as well. So I had my tool nice and clean, and I pick up a little bit. You see, tiny amount of powder. This is really, with these crumbs, this is amazing. You buy this jar and that will last you for a good 10 years. Probably you will just drop it and lose the powder because you're clumsy. Instead of using this all on a client, it's just impossible to use it all. And you see now I'm placing my pigment into the top gel, and I have my pattern coming through. You see, so cool. This is so cool. I love it. And of course you can make it on the different background. I think on a black background is the most visible. Of course you can use it on a lighter, anything you wish, of course, and you can use any colors. And you see the silver is just changing, like silver green is not too many colors that is there, but I think it's really nice. Gives us this really nice frosty look. And then just dry wipe with no product. I'm just removing the excess. Perfect. And now Magic Shine on top of it. Just move this one aside. Nice and thin layer. And now look at this one. It's just beautiful. I use crumbs all year round, but I need more practice with separating it. What you mean with separating, Alexandra? Maybe I can help you or give you some tips. Okay, here it is. I love it. Isn't it just nice? And you can really use it all year round for these designs, but use it with different patterns, so you're not really limited to Christmas. I only have the magic pigment. Unicorn is a must-have. Cora, magic pigments you can also use for this one, and I'm going to show you the magic pigments, but I mean magic crumbs, because the magic crumbs you can use, let me just show you, for example, the magic crumb red. It looks amazing, and I have more sticks. I'm going to show you. Turquoise, red, blue, that kind of things. And look, this is the red with the same pattern. So if you have already some kind of crumbs on a magic pigments, you can use it as well. The unicorn gives us this extra effect, extra thing, and I think silver, gold, pink and red are absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Can you cover background color with matte top finish instead of buffing the nails? Well, that makes a difference. That will make a lot of difference. Camila, I mentioned this on the beginning. The extreme matte top gel, even though has the porous surface, is still too smooth. Okay, the magic pigments, in general, pigments are super tricky. They're really tiny, so whenever they have surface that is a little bit smoother, a little bit shinier, then the pigment will stick and you cannot really remove it. Good evening, Marina. You cannot really remove it without removing the pattern. So then there's a risk that your pattern won't be as sharp. So if you want to have your pattern super sharp, and these are the stamping, you can have these really tiny lines and tiny details, then I would 100% recommend it to buff it. Can you also use sparkle chrome for this design? No. And I will tell you why. I've tried this. The sparkle chrome, if you, and I took it with me in here because I've tried this. You see at the particles with the sparkle chrome and the normal chrome, they're much bigger. And because we're using stamping, and with the stamping you have really tiny grabber, it's a tiny amount of product, then there's no enough space for the sparkles to come in, and then half of the pattern is not visible. So unfortunately the sparkly crumbs for the full nail, yes, but if you want to use it for the pattern, is not. Because the particles, as you can see, and you can see in here, are much bigger than the normal crumbs. You see, with the normal crumbs, I can make this smooth surface, and I can I can do every line with the sparkles, while with the chromes, although they're looking fantastic, for these tiny lines you will lose the pattern. So you may have the situation that half of the pattern won't be visible. So I would definitely recommend the chromes, any type of colorful chromes, but no sparkly. Unicorn, red, gold, pink, anything like that. So for the normal chromes, we have the blue, we have the purple, we have the this bronze, I think, as well, and you can mix and match them as well to create any design. No problem at all, no problem. So let me just pick the two nails that we did, and here you can see the gold, and you can see every line is covered, because the unicorn, it really allows us to touch every line, even the smaller one. And here, as you can see, even every dot is covered. And if I will use something like sparkly like that, that wouldn't be enough, that would be too big. So this is silver, this is gold, and I will also show you in here different color options. Like for example, here we have the silver in different patterns. Here is a purple, here is a red. This is just a red with the same patterns. But I also wanted to show you, here we have this like even Merry Christmas and ho ho ho. I made this other way around, but it's fine, forgive me. And here I have the chrome, and I think it's bronze, it's called bronze. Colorful chrome. But here I wanted to show you as well, here we have the patterns, because I had this idea that will be amazing to do this fireworks in the patterns, but you can see the patterns are really small, so from the distance they're not like visible. You really need to look closely to see what's happening, while so that will be perfect for the background, for example, for snowflakes or anything you want to do on the top. But if you want to keep your design just like that, it's better to pick the patterns and designs from your stamping that are having a little bit bigger elements. And here I also have these in here on my tips in here, and you can see this is gold, and you can change all of this, each one of this on the colors, and you can keep it just like that. So maybe not everyone wants for Christmas something really red or blue. You can play around with your unicorns, with your chromes, and I don't know how I'm going to take a picture of this one, but I will try my best. Maybe I will just take another video doing this movement, because this is really, really cool how they change in colors, and will be hard for me to pick just one side to make sure they're all so visible. No problem at all, no problem. Thank you. I think they are beautiful as well. Thank you guys. I think they're so pretty. And you can see I have these two IKEA light on my side, and you see I'm just moving the tips, and every light, whenever light the hitting the tip, it's just looking different. So here I have the red chrome, here I have the gold. So you see they're looking just great. I love it. It's not the red chrome, it's the red unicorn red and unicorn gold in here, and here also the option with the unicorn silver, which I personally really like. Doesn't change the colors as much as I mentioned, but I think is really cool. And I was thinking during this video I'm going to add a little extra, because that would be like maybe too sad, maybe I should add some snowflakes, but this is really absolutely no necessary to add any snowflakes to this one. I think the design as it is already really cool. Thank you so much. Now I want to buy more chrome. You need it. I have to go. Nice evening everybody, and thanks for the inspiration, dear Magda. Big hearts from Chantal. Thank you so much, and I'm sending you all the best, Chantal, as well. Please keep watching. You can rewatch these videos later, and this is really me finished for tonight, because yeah, what else I can add to this one? These are just amazing. And if you have, maybe you have any questions about this one, I can help you with. I can answer your question. If not, that's me for tonight. I'm going to try to take a picture / video of these designs and post it right after. If you don't have any unicorn, as I mentioned before to Cora, you can use any chromes, even just regular silver chrome that you're using for the clients, that will be already great for it. But if you have the unicorns, try different patterns from your stamping, try different shades, and this is it. So that's my idea for tonight. Thank you so much for your attention. I really do appreciate. Thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.